You do it right, you can do crazy things. It's not going to get you the highest possible ROI. Retargeting should be looked at as a traffic source, not a secondary pullback. Holy crap, these guys are everywhere. We spend about $600,000 a year in retargeting. Maybe I've never seen your stuff before. These people have already seen one of your offers, they've already been on one of your sites, already one of your native ads or whatever. Retargeting, like I was talking about, one ad that kind of goes out to everybody. Everybody's on one retargeting list. Not a good way to do it. That said, hey, you're getting this discount, but you also have to leave us a review.
Welcome to the Ed O'Keefe Show. Transform your mind, accelerate your business, energize your body, and inspire the world. Now here is your host, Ed O'Keefe. On this episode of the podcast, you're going to hear a presentation given by Tanner Larsson at one of Ed's seminars. So let's dive on and listen to that presentation.
We're going to go over retargeting. Specifically, I'm not going to teach you everything about how to do retargeting because it's technical and I'm not techie. What I'm going to show you how to do is all the cool stuff that nobody is doing on retargeting that will give you the boost to your conversions, everything else. Nate talked yesterday about the three different types of funnels. You should have three different sets of sequences for retargeting for each one of those funnels. Roland's going to talk later about native and a bunch of content marketing and driving stuff there. Retargeting should be applied to that. When Drew talks about his funnel and walks you through the sequences of his funnel, I'm going to show you how to apply a retargeting step to each step of the funnel. Most people do retargeting in a really weird way, but let me just kind of run through retargeting real quick. Anybody not know what it is, first of all? That'll make it a lot easier for me. Okay, Jeff, he told me he was going to ask me the retarget question, right?
That's right.
Okay, so retargeting is cookie-based technology. Basically, when you go to a website, like this is what my wife does, don't teach your wife about retargeting if she likes you to buy things for her. So my wife will go to Zappos on my computer, look at some high heels, not buy them, and then I'll be working on my computer, and that leopard print pair of high heels follows me all over the internet. That's retargeting. So retargeting will have aside from tracking, it'll have the biggest impact on your bottom line. It's easy to throw out there, except for the supplement guys, it's a little bit harder. But we can show you a way around that. But it will have a huge dramatic impact on your bottom line, on your conversions, everything. You can take an offer that's just barely losing, simply add in a half-assed retargeting strategy, and all of a sudden it's positive ROI. And if you do it right, you can do crazy things. Okay, so to leverage retargeting to the fullest, you're going to have several different campaigns running at once. Blanket retargeting, where you just turn on retargeting and think you're good, is still effective, but it's not going to get you the highest possible ROI at all. So retargeting is primarily going to be used to do these 5 things. It says 4, but there's actually 5 there because I can't count. Converting more visitors into prospects. People land on your page, get them to opt in. Okay? Converting more prospects into tripwire and or front-end sales, whether that's with a sample, trial, or just a front-end straight direct purchase. Converting more customers into repeat purchases, whether that's on just additional products or through the exact upsell funnel you're trying to get them to go through that they may have abandoned. And then launching new products and or complementary products. Retargeting should be looked at as a traffic source, not a secondary pullback or just a cart abandonment sequence. And then the secondary benefit is major enhanced branding for top of mind and everything like that. Because retargeting, when the average consumer sees retargeting, they don't think, oh look, a retargeting ad. They say, holy crap, these guys are everywhere. And in their mind, you are everywhere because you're all over, everywhere their browser is, you are. Okay, so they think you're doing that blanket Coca-Cola style marketing. So it works. Here's one of our retargeting accounts, $11,000. This is a lifetime account, so $240,000 in conversion value off of an $11,000 spend. We spend about $600,000 a year in retargeting, just in ad costs. Not many people spend that much in retargeting. It's everywhere else they spend money. We spend less in other ad costs and more in retargeting than almost anybody. So we've got a lot of data. This is a perfect audience campaign, which we'll talk about in a second. There's really 2 types of conversions you want to look at in retargeting. First of all, I think I have a laser pointer. All right, so click-through conversion is a standard conversion. We all know that. They click through the ad and wind up buying. Your click-through conversions are always going to be a lot smaller than your view-through conversions. View-through conversions are when they see your ad, ultimately come back, and they've clicked on an ad, but don't buy right then, but ultimately come back through somewhere and purchase that product. All right? This is where retargeting really gets exciting. So you can see, this is just a small account, but 20 click-throughs and 87 view-throughs. You're going to always have much higher view-throughs. That's where kind of the power of retargeting really gets in because they're going to click your ads multiple times sometimes. May take 3 to 14 days or whatever before they click it, but ultimately they're coming back and purchasing where they probably would not have if it wasn't for the retargeting ads constantly in their face. So 70% of people who see retargeting ads are more likely to purchase. So you're going to get a big boost there. Retargeted customers are 3 times more likely to click your ad than people who haven't seen your business before. So unlike cold advertising, where you are just putting out an ad to people that maybe have never seen your stuff before, these people have already seen one of your offers. They've already been on one of your sites, already one of your native ads or whatever. So when the retargeting comes back around, it's comfortable to them. They already know you, and now you're starting to climb top of mind. 26% of customers will return to a site through retargeting. And this is the big thing for me. Click-through. This is industry-wide. 0.07 is the average click-through rate for banner traffic or just display ads. It's 0.7 for a retargeted ad because, again, they already know you. Okay? Even if it's on a very minute level, they may have just bounced from your page, but I'm sorry, let me get back up a little bit. But they still know you better than just a cold ad. 3 more little stats just to make you a little bit more excited if you're not using it. All I want to do here is get you guys to use it, even crappily. It's really going to help. So 1,000% increase in branded search, 726% lift in site visitation after 4 weeks of exposure. So you're getting a ton of people coming back to your site, whether they're buying or not, or they're opting in. And if you're using sequential sequences, which we'll talk about, you can have them take a whole bunch of different actions. And retargeting can increase conversion rates by as high as 147%. And that number is with regular old-fashioned blanket retargeting, where you're just having one ad running out all over for everybody. No segmentation or anything. You can get over 200% or more when you start using sequential sequences, branded, and segmented lists. Okay, 80% of companies do it wrong. Generic blanket retargeting, like I was talking about, one ad that kind of goes out to everybody. Everybody's on one retargeting list. Not a good way to do it. They're not tracking their retargeting effectiveness. Everybody, pretty much every single person who spoke here has been talking about the metrics and the data and how important it is to know your numbers. Without tracking your retargeting, which is really easy to do because you can set it up and you don't set up the conversion pixels in the right way, or you don't set up multiple conversion pixels to track not just the front end but also the conversions through the funnel. You don't really know. And a lot of times you'll think your retargeting campaign is marginally effective or not, and you add in those extra conversion tracking and you realize that, holy crap, now it's instead of 46% increase, you're getting actually a 200% increase. And then they're not setting up sequential campaigns or leveraging multiple networks. There is a lot more to retargeting than just perfect audience or Facebook retargeting. On-demand traffic. Everybody looks at retargeting as remarketing. When you build a retargeting list, that is a list. That's like an email list. You can drive people and use that as a on-demand traffic source. That will be the cheapest and highest converting traffic source you ever leverage. Okay? So think of a retargeting list as a email list. Only they're not having to open your email and they can't hide from it. It just pops up in their face everywhere they go. Also on this, if you're using Facebook, who was it? Who was just up here before me? I just spaced it. Jared was up here. He was talking about using lookalike audiences, right? The best lookalike audience you can build besides uploading your customer base is off of retargeting. You can build a lookalike instantly off of both visitors. You can build a lookalike off your buyer, front-end buyer, off your upsell buyer, off your package buyers. Immediately build all these retargeting lists on Facebook, and then go in there to the editor and create a lookalike audience with a 1% or 2% or whatever, and all of a sudden you have a huge demographic where you may have had 1,000 people on your retargeting list, and now you've got a lookalike audience of 1 million people that fit all those demographics. Now you have an immediate direct traffic source that you can push back to and build a machine. Does that make sense? Anybody not used lookalike audiences yet? Start. Okay. So this little screenshot this is from one of our Amazon products. This is traffic on demand. So we launched a new product on Amazon. This is 4 a.m., 6 a.m., 8 a.m. So we drove about $12,000 in sales just off of retargeting. All we did was turn it on, say, hey, new product. And we used our brand because they already know our brand. Put up the new product, said, hey, you're going to get a little discount. $12,000 by 8 a.m. We wound up around $85,000 for the day with a new product. And we told the people when they clicked on the ad, it took them to a lander that said, hey, you're getting this discount, but you also have to leave us a review. In nicer terms than that. We can't actually say you have to give us a review, but we said please. And so we launched this with 0 reviews on the site, which you never want to do. We were just testing. 0 reviews on Amazon, and within 7 days we had about 85 reviews. 2 weeks after that we were over 200 reviews. Not doing any of the friends and family network, not doing the dollar crap, not doing the freebies. So this is just one other way you can leverage retargeting. Or for the, Jared was talking about that like cash machine launch where you're just doing the branded sale for 3,000 units or whatever. You can do this as well, tie that in with the email sequences that he's doing, and sell out even faster. Okay, so Ed was talking about how he's going to switch his business up and go back on the lead gen model a little bit, focus more on generating lots of leads. Jeff threw out a scary number yesterday about, was it 40 to 50,000 you guys are doing a day?
Yeah, 40 to 70.
40 to 70,000 leads a day. So that's kind of embarrassing because we don't generate anything like that. But so in our case, we have switched to, our model was usually lead gen first, then convert them into a sale after the opt-in. Now, our model is straight up, if we have the choice, we are going to take the placing the pixel over getting the email right away because we can always get the email later. Okay, with retargeting, we just flash up an offer. Here's the next thing. When it comes to pixels, most of the supplement guys are running a direct-to-sale type offer, right? You're not usually lead genning off of it. You're running straight to the buy, or straight to the trial, or straight to the free plus shipping, or whatever, right? So now, if you're dropping retargeting, the same time as you're running straight to the offer, you can immediately be triggering a lead gen campaign that's related to get them on your list as well. So you don't have to worry about getting the email address right away because you can get it later. Now, if we can get both, we do both. When we do a lead gen campaign specifically, we also drop the pixels. We drop pixels everywhere. The cool thing about retargeting traffic and retargeting lists is, so with an email, you send an email. Now, email is great. Conversion rates are awesome. If you do it right, it's just amazing. And if you can get it inbox. But when you send an email through an autoresponder, first you got to deal with the autoresponder potentially delaying sending the email. Then you got to deal with deliverability, inboxing, all of that stuff, right? Then you have to deal with the fact that everybody's email inbox is full of crap. So they have to like your subject line. They have to see your subject line. Then they have to click on it. Then they have to read your email. Then they have to click a link, all to see the offer, right? With retargeting, turn it on, boom, they see your offer. All they have to do is one click, and they can't hide from it. You can hide from an inbox, but you can't hide from retargeting because it's on every site they visit, maybe even be in their inbox. One click, boom, they're on the offer. Okay, and you get massive, massive distribution.
This episode is sponsored by Marine D3. If you want 24-hour antioxidant protection while giving your brain, eyes, heart, and overall energy a jolt of long-lasting nourishment, then Marine D3 is for you. This is my #1 top-selling health product that I've sold over 500,000 bottles, and right now, 80% of our sales come from repeat customers. Marine D3 can flood your cells with an abundance of new antioxidants and nutrients that fights and repairs damage done to the cells during exercise, everyday living, and the natural breakdown that occurs as we age. After 15 years of research and over $39 million spent on clinical studies, a renowned biochemist has found one of the world's greatest antioxidants. It's called CNLP, hiding deep below the ocean surface. I took CNLP, combined it with a little-known omega-3 called calamine, as well as vitamin D3, so that you can get maximum benefit all in one supplement. I'd like to give you the first bottle absolutely free. I just ask that you pay shipping and handling. At edokeefeshow.com/free bottle, I'll have a mini presentation that will share more about the supplement and why people are raving about it. Most importantly, it'll show you exactly how you can get it shipped out to you today, just for shipping and handling. This episode is brought to you by Dormant Forces Insider. If you would like monthly big business breakthroughs, insider marketing strategies that actually work, and mindset secrets of multimillionaires sent directly to your door so you can have it in your hands and you can apply them, then this is for you. Now, you can test drive my Dormant Forces Insider Silver membership for just 1 month free. If you love it, we know you'll stay with it and let it keep you in the loop of what's working inside my businesses and the other dozens and dozens of businesses that I mentor. Why would you go at it all on your own when you can use other people's experience than just replicate what works? Anyhow, right now you can test drive the membership for just $1 plus a few bucks shipping and handling by going to edokeefeshow.com/dormant forces. That's edokeefeshow.com/dormant forces.
And thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the podcast. You can find the show notes for this episode as well as all the other podcast episodes by heading on over to edokeefeshow.com. If you would, please go subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and leave a rating and review. Rating and reviews truly are the best way for you to show your appreciation for the show because they help more people find out about the podcast and decide if this is the one for them. So until next week, it's time for you to go out there, take action, and inspire the world.